Okay, so as you can see, I've got a chessboard set up here, and that's because I wanted to do some chess puzzles. Now, this is something that I do when I'm watching ASMR videos. I find it's really relaxing to have something calming and just relaxing to sit and think about and look at and do while I watch or listen to videos. So I thought it would make a nice, relaxing thing for me to talk over and talk through and just to show to you guys. So, full disclosure, I'm really not very good at chess. I literally just do these puzzles. I don't know any openings. I don't have a rating. I think I've played a total of less than 5 chess games online ever in my entire life. I just like these puzzles. I think they're fun, and I think they're relaxing, so I hope you agree with me. So let's just jump right into the first puzzle here. So the first thing I like to do with these puzzles is just look at my pieces, look at their pieces, look at which pieces are attacking which, and see if I have any checks or forks or anything like that. So I can see I've got a queen, I've got a rook, and a bunch of pawns. And they also have a queen, a rook, and way less pawns. So then moving on to, I have that backwards. I have the way less pawns, and they have the way more pawns. Okay. So that's not great. But this is a puzzle, so surely there's something to win. In terms of material or something like that. So one thing I could do is pin their queen to the king with either my rook or my queen. So if I move my rook here, then they won't be able to move the queen. And the only place they will be able to move the queen is to capture the rook, which I could then recapture with my queen. And then I'd be up a queen for a rook in that trade. I don't really see anything else great, so I think I will go for that. I'll move my rook. Okay, that seemed to work. And then I can take the queen. Perfect. All right, let's do the next one. Okay, so this situation looks much more early game than the last one. A lot of the pieces are still in their original position. So that means that I've still got most of my pieces. They still have most of their pieces. Let's see. My knight is pinned to my queen. That's not great. I can't really recapture that knight immediately. I do have a check on the king with my queen and with the bishop, although the square for the bishop isn't really safe. It's defended by their pawn and the knight. But the queen would work. I think that would be good, because if I place the queen here, that'll check the king. They'll have to do something to block it, or they can't move the king. So they'll have to do something to block it. They could block with the knight, which would mean that I can just take that bishop. Or they could block with something else, which means that I could just take the knight, because the knight isn't defended by anything. So I think that's the right move. I think I'll give that a try. I'm going to move my queen here. Oh, they blocked with the pawn. That's neither of what I was expecting. But either way, I can just go ahead and take the knight. Sweet. Okay, let's do another one. Seems to be another similarly early game scenario. They're attacking my queen with the bishop, which means I could retake with the queen, but then they'd retake with this knight. So that wouldn't be good. I can check the king with my knight here. But they can just easily take back with this pawn. Or, I'm sorry, this rook. So that doesn't seem very valuable. The main issue here is that my queen is under threat from the bishop, so I really need to do something about that first. Oh, I could check the king here by taking the knight. And then I'd have to take with the pawn, and then I could take the bishop with my queen, because there would be nothing defending it. I think that would work. That seems like the right idea for this puzzle. So I'll give that a try. Take the knight. They take with the queen. Not the pawn, which is what I was expecting, but either way, it's fine. I can just take the bishop. Perfect. Okay. I'm doing good here. Okay, let's look at this one. So let's see. I've got a couple of rooks, a bishop, a knight, my queen, and some pawns. They have a bishop, a knight, a queen, some rooks, and some pawns. Okay, so I'm seeing an idea here. This pawn here is attacked by both my my queen and my bishop. The only issue is that it's defended by the king and the knight. So the idea here would be, if I can get there with my queen to attack the king while it's also defended by the bishop, that would be checkmate. The only issue is that this knight is here defending the square. But what I can do is just take that knight with my knight, and then they would probably take back with the pawn, or maybe the queen. But either way, I could just take the pawn there with my queen, put the king into a big check, and then do something else, which I'm not sure yet, but I say we just YOLO it. Alright. And then I move the queen. And yeah, that's checkmate. Okay. I didn't see that it would be checkmate before, but now I do. Okay. These have been going very well. This is great. I wasn't expecting to get a bunch of wins like this. I'm sure I'm jinxing myself in the next one. I'm gonna completely fail. So let's see. This one does look complicated. So I'm checked, and the only thing I can do here, I think, there's two things. One, I could block with the bishop or the rook, or I can take the queen with my queen. If I take the queen, they'll take with the rook, and that'll just be a simple queen trade. I don't think that's the idea for the puzzle. If I block with the rook, I don't think they can take with the queen. Ooh, they'll take my queen, and then I can't retake, so that would be very bad. If I move that rook there, is there anything else cool I can do in the meantime? I think I have to take with the queen. Okay, but what would I do after that? I take with the queen, they take with the rook. And yeah, I'm not really sure. And then I could take with the rook in front of the king here, and that would be a check. I don't think that's right either, though, because they would just take with the knight. If I took with the bishop first instead, that still wouldn't work, because then they would take with the knight, and then they would take with the rook, and then the king would just take the rook, because there would be nothing else defending it. Either way, I think taking the queen is the best option for now, so I'll try that. Okay, yeah, so yeah, now I can just reason a little bit easier about what's going on here. I could take the bishop with my knight over here, but that seems a bit random. Sometimes these puzzles are quite random, though. I don't think there's really anything for me to do with the king here. I don't think I can really do anything valuable. So yeah, I'll just take the bishop and we'll see how that goes. Okay, yeah, that was it. Alright. Very good. Okay, moving on. Alright, this one, they have some rooks, a bishop, and that's it. I have some rooks, a knight, and that's it. Of course there's pawns, but the pawns very rarely do anything in these puzzles. Let's see, I don't think there's any way for me to check the king. I can... Oh, yes, there is. I can fork the king and the rook with my knight. Well, I can fork the king and both rooks with my knight. The only issue is that they're likely to just take with the bishop. Well, they will just take with the bishop, given that it's a puzzle. I can just take the bishop with my rook. And then they'll take the bishop, or my rook with their rook, which would be fine because I can still fork the king and this other rook here. So yeah, I think I'll just do that. Alright, and alright. Perfect. Yeah, that was it. Damn, I'm on a roll here. Yeah, I promise I'm usually not this good at these. I think I'm just getting lucky with these. Okay, I think this will be my last one. So, I've got a queen and a bishop. And they have a bishop, a rook, a queen, and a knight. So, very much down on material here. But I'm sure there's a win hidden here somewhere. I can check the king with my queen here. Not sure how I would follow that up, though. So the king would move here, because that's the only move. And then I can put my queen here, and I think that's checkmate, because it's defended by my bishop back here. So let's just do that. Yeah, and yeah, okay. I was really not expecting to do all of these puzzles like this. Usually when I do puzzles like this, I end up failing quite a bit more than this. But that works great for the video. I can seem much smarter than I actually am. But I hope you had a good time. I'm glad, really, there wasn't too many fails, because I can imagine if you're a chess pro or something, and you're watching me and I'm messing it up, it might be annoying. But either way, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you maybe learned something. Although I don't have a ton to teach about chess, but this was quite fun. I'll do some more of these if it seems like you guys like it. But one of my favorite ASMR channels is ASMR Chess, and they do all kinds of analysis videos about different chess games and openings and, all the chess things. And I find it very nice to have something to kind of focus on while I'm relaxing and watching ASMR videos. So I hope this kind of fills that niche for you. But anyway,